Are you feeling like you could have a little more parent involvement in your PTO or PTA, and so you're looking for ideas to inject some more volunteers and helping hands? We're going to cover 7 different events that really help to get parents more engaged and involved in your group. So let's dive right on in. One of the very best ways to get parents involved is to do it before school even starts. Now, this is especially key for the younger set of parents who have no previous experience with PTOs or PTAs and they don't know what to expect. Like, you can really challenge misconceptions and really invite them into your community by planning some, I call them like kindergarten play dates or play dates in the park. And this happens at the end of the school, like when the weather starts to turn nice. You really want to hone in on that incoming class of kindergartners, because those parents are going to be most eager to make connections and get involved, and kind of, it's just so exciting when your kid is starting school, or when your child is starting school. And so you really want to know all the things, and it can be overwhelming. So maybe they are most likely looking for ways to get all the information that they need to know and avoid common mistakes, all of that good stuff. That is where your PTO and PTA can position them itself as that resource, that information resource for those parents. So plan some things at the end of the school year as well as throughout the summer. It can just be like a super casual gathering at the playground where you legit say, we're going to meet at the city park at 3 p.m. on the first Thursday of the month, and see who comes. And then just, it's very casual. It's like a drop-in event. So if people can make it, great. If they can't make it, if the weather's crappy, no biggie. You just do it the next month. Again, that is a great way for people to make connections and start to know one another. I find that when I ask for volunteers, it's much more effective if I make like a direct reach out to someone that I have a pre-existing relationship with, rather than just doing like a blanket all call and saying, we need volunteers for carnival or concessions or movie night or whatever. Like, it's more effective if I text Karen and say, Karen, are you available? Is your high schooler available that they need, volunteer hours? Like, we need your help. Like, that one-on-one communication, leveraging the existing relationship is what will do it in the end. So you want to lay that foundation for their involvement and participation, kind of give them an idea about what your group does, what it doesn't do. Like, a lot of people come in with preconceived ideas about what PTOs and PTAs do, and it actually doesn't really line up with reality, right? Because the reality is that most PTO meetings are not as exciting as the ones that are displayed on or represented in movies like Bad Moms, right? Usually people are nice to each other and they are not drama filled. It's the exception to the rule for them to be hot messes, in my experience. Hopefully you're finding the same to be true for your group too. Continuing on the same theme of getting people right when they're primed is to have like a back to school picnic. So this can be something really simple. Like, you can just say, let's gather Friday night, first Friday of the school year, gather at 5:00, bring, your family's meal, and we can just all eat together. Like, your PTO does not even have to provide anything other than carving out time on the calendar to make it happen. Can be as simple as that. If you have the money to pay for pizza, of course you will get more people coming out. If you call the city and say, hey, can you send a fire truck for the kids to climb on and look at, you will get more people there. So you can see how you can scale it up or really scale it back depending on all of the resources that you have, because sometimes you're going to have more resources available, and sometimes it's just, you're going to have to make it work with what you got. Another event that really draws people out is free food in the form of sweet treats. So plan a dessert social, like an ice cream social can be fabulous. Dessert socials are super fun, especially for parents if you elevate them. Like, if you have a local chocolatier, like we have a local candy store, or I shouldn't say candy store, it's really a chocolate shop, and they also sell wine. And so they will do wine and chocolate pairings, and it's pretty inexpensive. Like, I think it's $20 or $25 for a couple hours of fun. That is an experience. I don't even drink wine, yet I have gone there a couple times because it is fun. It's fun to try something new. It's fun to chit chat with people in an unexpected environment or a new and fresh environment. So you're getting out of the school, but that is a good way for parents to make connections. So plan that one. I shouldn't say who doesn't love wine because I don't like wine, but you get the idea. Most people will come out for that. The next idea is just to kind of extend your regular monthly membership meetings and go out afterwards. So this was something that, again, my lower elementary school PTO did. After every single meeting, we would go out for dessert or drinks, whatever people wanted to do. There was no pressure. There were some times that I didn't want a drink or dessert, and so I just got water, and that was totally fine. But the whole idea is that you provide like some social time after the meeting to go out. So it acts as an incentive to have the meeting be short and end early so that you can go out for fun. And secondly, it gets people out again in a different kind of location, a more casual situation where they might ask questions, get more information, or just feel a little more welcome rather than a meeting that they might feel is very stuffy or very formal or intimidating. A school movie night is definitely a crowd pleaser that will bring the families out and bring parents out and helps demonstrate, really, all of these ideas really demonstrate the value of the PTO in making connections, in relaying information that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. Like, that is one of the reasons that I love being involved in the PTO, because I almost always know what's going on. Sometimes there's an exception when I am either out of the loop, like I just took a little siesta from my emails and I missed something, or that is a great one for no matter the age set of your group. I think a movie night will work pretty well. The next idea is an ice cream social. So this is a little different from the dessert social that I talked about earlier, because you can make this, well, actually any age group, of course, because who truly does not like ice cream? You can have vegan options or dairy-free options. Well, I guess that would also be vegan in most cases. So you can have that sort of an option for folks who can't have dairy or are vegan, but it's a great event that is pretty inexpensive to do. You can easily go to a grocery store and get donations for sprinkles. Like any place that has a bakery is going to have extra sprinkles. So you can just ask for a container of sprinkles, and I bet they will gladly give you those. And then you just have to buy little ice cream cups. So super simple. A fun one, especially when it is warm out. Now, before I share my last and best idea for an event that really brings people out, like I was amazed by who came out for this next event. Question for you, and that is, what is your favorite PTO event? It's something that hopefully that I haven't mentioned. I would love to hear what your group is doing, something that brought a smile to your face that you look forward to, or something that you really enjoyed. If it's not a repeating event, go ahead and pop that down in the comments and let us know so we can all learn from one another. And so now for that last event, the most fabulous event that, in my experience, brought out the greatest number of new parents. And that was to host a networking night. So we did tie it in with our PTO meeting, but we said, hey, if you are self-employed or you have a business to promote, come bring your business cards and let's get to know one another. Like I said, I was surprised by who came out. And the nice thing was there were parents who came out who I didn't even know what they did in real life beyond being a parent, that they had such fantastic skills and talents that I could draw upon, or that I wanted to use, not use, but really see if they would support the school and the PTO by giving a little of their time and their talents. So for example, we had a children's book authors who, it was a married couple. One was an illustrator and one was an author. And so of course I asked them later on in the year to make a donation to our carnival, but some things will come out at networking nights that you never would have known about, because it just doesn't come up because you're not with people enough. So the networking night really gives an opportunity for parents to share what they do beyond just their kids, because of course we were all people before we became moms and dads, right? So let's tap back into that and pull that into the school community and really see how that can benefit the entire community. So there you have it. There are 7 different ideas that are really kind of game changers for your PTO or PTA if you need to boost parent involvement. And I will say to you, who doesn't actually need more volunteers? It's never a bad idea to expand the world of possibilities when it comes to helpers. So I hope this has helped you kind of think about different possibilities, and that you will join me for the next video. Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All of these resources and more are waiting for you at ptoanswers.com.